Good day everyone, we are Group 2. Our topic is water and wastewater system. Good day, I'm Mariel Flores, and what is water? Water is at the core of sustainable development and is critical for socio-economic development, energy and food production, healthy ecosystem, and for human survival itself. Water is also at the heart of adaptation to climate change, serving as the crucial link between society and the environment. Water is also a right issue as the global population grows. There is an increasing need to balance all of the competing commercial demands of water resources so that communities have enough for their needs. In particular, women and girls must have access to clean private sanitation, facilities to manage menstruation and maternity and dignity and safety. At the human level, water cannot be seen in isolation from sanitation. Together, they are vital for reducing the global burden and disease and improving the health, education, and economic productivity of population. And on-site wastewater system are multi-stage system that collect, treat, and disperse water waste generated by a home or business. The wastewater is treated and discharged to the soils rather than collected and transported to a wastewater treatment plant. And why is it important to have clean water access? Safe and sufficient water facilities that practice of hygiene, which is a key measure to prevent not only diarrheal disease but acute respiratory infection and numerous neglected tropical disease. Safe and readily available water is important for public health, whether it is used for drinking, domestic use, food production, or recreational purposes. It improves water supply and sanitation, and better management of water resources can boost countries' economic growth and can contribute greatly to poverty reduction. And the main goal of wastewater treatment facilities is to protect people as well as local ecosystem from toxic elements found in wastewater. Water treatment facilities were designed to speed up the natural process of purifying water because the natural process can keep up with the amount of waste society produces. Without wastewater treatment and other recycling processes, everyday life would be considered more hazardous. It remains so in developing nations lacking established wastewater treatment system.
Water supply systems are responsible for providing clean and safe water to communities. They typically involve a series of processes that begin with the collection of raw water from various sources such as rivers, lakes, and groundwater wells. This raw water may contain impurities, sediments, and microorganisms that need to be removed to make it potable. The treatment process usually starts with screening, where large debris and particles are removed. After that, sedimentation takes place, where gravity causes heavier particles to settle at the bottom. Filtration is then done to remove the smaller impurities through layers of sand, gravel, and activated carbon. Lastly, disinfection is carried out using methods like chlorination or ultraviolet treatment to kill or deactivate any remaining harmful microorganisms. Once the water is treated, it is distributed through a network of pipes, pumps, and storage tanks. This system ensures that water reaches homes, businesses, and other facilities for various uses like drinking, cooking, washing, and irrigation. The treated wastewater can then be discharged into the environment, such as rivers, lakes, and oceans, if it meets specific quality standards. Alternatively, it can be reused for various purposes like irrigation, industrial processes, or groundwater recharge, helping to conserve water resources. There are numerous successful water and wastewater systems worldwide. For instance, Singapore has implemented a comprehensive water management approach and includes water recycling, desalination, and rainwater harvesting. This approach has helped a city-state become self-sufficient in water supply. Another example is the city in Denmark, which has invested in sustainable urban drainage system to manage stormwater runoff effectively. This system incorporates green infrastructure and natural water purification processes. Water and wastewater systems are crucial for ensuring access to clean and safe water, as well as protecting the environment by understanding the process involved. Adopting sustainable practices. Communities can ensure a reliable water supply and effective wastewater management for the well-being of their residents and the prevention of natural resources.
Water supply system. Water is usually transported from the source to the treatment plant and onward to the area of distribution, depending on the topography and local conditions. The water may be conveyed through free-flow condition, pressure, and conduits, or a combination of both. The transmission of water is either by gravity or by pumping. Free-flow condition must be laid under a uniform slope in order to flow closely the hydraulic line. Pressure pipelines can be laid up and down hills as needed, as long as they remain at a sufficient distance below the hydraulic grade line. The main purposes of the construction of water transmission and distribution pipelines are to make water available in close proximity to the customer, to supply water in adequate quantities according to the demand of the consumers, to supply water with adequate pressure.
Wastewater treatment. The collection system that gathers wastewater from residential, commercial, and industrial resources is commonly known as a sewer system. The sewer system consists of network of underground pipes and pump stations that are designed to transport wastewater from homes, businesses, and industries to treatment facilities where it is treated and discharged. So, yung simple explanation lang naman dito, dito sinasala yung tubig na binubuo ng mga sewer system. So, nakakatulong to para matransport yung mga duming tubig mula sa mga tahanan or kung saan man sinusupply itong mga tubig. Ito yung treatment na kung saan ito ay nililinis at inilalabas yung duming tubig. The collection system is designed to work by gravity and pressure. Gravity is a primary force that moves wastewater through the pipes, relying on the slope of the pipe to carry the water from higher elevation to lower elevation. However, in some cases, pump stations are used to increase pressure and move wastewater uphill when gravity alone is not sufficient. Yun nga, yung gravity and pressure. Ah, ang gravity ang pangunahing puwersa sa pagpapagalaw ng wastewater sa pamagitan ng pipes. So, mahalaga 'to para yung tubig ay makasupply or dumaloy sa mataas na lugar patungo sa mababang lugar. Gayunpaman, ang gayunpaman, ginagamit ng mga pump station upang madagdagan ang pressure at mapanatili ang daloy ng wastewater pataas kapag hindi sapat ang gravity.
Treated wastewater can be disposed of in several ways depending on local regulations and the quality of the treated water. Some common methods of disposal of reuse include 1. Discharge into rivers, lakes, or oceans. Treated wastewater can be discharged into nearby bodies of water such as river, lakes, or oceans. Before discharging, the treated water must meet a specific quality standards to ensure it does not harm any receiving water body or its ecosystem. This method is commonly used when the treated water is of sufficient quality and the receiving water body has the capacity to assimilate the wastewater. Number 2, reuse for irrigation. Treated wastewater can be reused for irrigation purposes, particularly in areas where water scarcity is the concern. The treated water can be used to water crops, parks, golf courses, or other green spaces. However, it is important to consider the quality of the treated water and any potential risks associated with the use of reclaimed water for irrigation, such as the presence of pathogens or contaminants. 3. Reuse for industrial purposes. Treated wastewater can be also reused for various industrial purposes, such as cooling system, manufacturing processes, or toilet flushing in commercial buildings. This can help conserve freshwater resources and reduce the demand for freshwater intake by industries. 4. Groundwater recharge. In some cases, treated wastewater can be injected into underground aquifers to replenish groundwater supplies. This method, known as a groundwater recharge or indirect potable reuse, allows the treated water to undergo natural filtration and purification processes as it percolates through the soil and into the aquifer. It is important to note that the specific disposal or reuse methods for treated wastewater vary depending on local regulations, infrastructure availability, and the quality of the treated water. Strict monitoring and treatment processes are usually in place to ensure that the treated water meets the required standards for its intended use or disposal to protect public health and the environment.
One of our most valuable resources is water, and the health of our communities and the environment depends on its effective management. Water utility businesses are essential to providing households with safe and clean water as well as efficient wastewater management. But these businesses require assistance with affordable housing, environmental concerns, and maintenance of aged infrastructure. Climate change, population increase, and aging infrastructure are a few of the challenges. For water utility companies, one of the main challenges is managing aged infrastructure. Many towns and areas have water distribution systems that span decades or even centuries. It will be quite expensive to replace and repair these outdated pipes, pumps, and other components. Infrastructure deterioration can lead to water leaks, reduce water utility, and service outages. So, as for the population growth, the need for water has grown in homes and businesses due to the world's population growth. It will be difficult to meet this demand while maintaining sustainable water management. So, for the climate change, water and climate change are strongly connected. Climate change affects water resources worldwide in a number of ways. Variable rainfall patterns, retreating ice sheets, rising sea level, floods, and droughts are only a few of the water-related consequences of climate change. As for the solutions, integration of IoT with real-time monitoring. To solve issues with water distribution, water utility companies can include Internet of Things devices into their infrastructure and use real-time monitoring. This enables them to quickly identify and address problems with water quality and leaks. By optimizing flow and pressure control, data-driven insights can lower total cost of ownership and boost operational efficiency. And next is investment in infrastructure. Water utility providers need to prioritize expenditures in system upgrades and repairs in order to solve aging infrastructure. This includes swapping out outdated pumps and pipes with stronger, more durable substitutes. Outreach and education among the community. Water utility providers can gain the confidence and support of the community by interacting them and educating them about the value of clean water and water conservation. Stronger water management practices and healthy aquatic ecosystems can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and offer protection against climate-related risks. highly effective carbon sinks that absorb and store carbon dioxide can be found in wetlands including mangroves, seagrass beds, marshes, and swamps. This helps lower greenhouse gas emissions.
Example and case study. Wastewater treatment is a process which removes and eliminates contaminants from wastewater and convert this into an effluent that can be returned to the water cycle. Once returned to the water cycle, the effluent creates an acceptable impact on the environment or is reused for various purposes, called water reclamation. The treatment process takes place in a wastewater treatment plant. There are several kinds of wastewater, which are treated at the appropriate type of wastewater treatment plant. For domestic wastewater, also called municipal wastewater or sewage, the treatment plant is called a sewage treatment. For industrial wastewater treatment, either takes place in a separate industrial wastewater treatment or in a sewage treatment plant, usually after some form of pretreatment. Further types of wastewater treatment plants include agricultural wastewater treatment and leachate treatment plants. Sewage treatment plant, a type of wastewater treatment plant in Cuxhaven, Germany. Processes commonly used in the wastewater treatment include phase separation, such as sedimentation, biological and chemical processes, such as oxidation or polishing. The main byproduct from wastewater treatment plants is a type of sludge that is usually treated in the some or another wastewater treatment plant. Biogas can be another byproduct if anaerobic treatment processes are used. Treated wastewater can be reused as reclaimed water. The main purpose of wastewater treatment is for the treated wastewater to be able to be disposed or reused safely. However, before it is treated, the option for disposal or reuse must be considered so the correct treatment process is used on the wastewater. Bangladesh has officially inaugurated the largest single sewage treatment plant, STP, in South Asia, located in the Kilgaon area of the city, with a capacity to treat 5 million sewage per day. The STP marks a significant step towards addressing the country's wastewater management challenges.
This study has found that water is the most available commodity on the planet, but most of it is inaccessible to nearly 36% of the global population. The research has also found that most of the water used at home and in industries usually goes to waste. Wastewater treatment also provides sufficient nutrients that can be increased crop yield if used for agricultural purposes. This study has found that wastewater treatment prevents exposure to potential harmful chemicals that can cause serious disease, and recovery of energy from wastewater has been described as one of the most sustainable ways of achieving a sustainable energy supply. This study has found that wastewater treatment prevents exposure to potential harmful chemicals that can cause serious disease. The recovery of energy from wastewater has been described as one of the most sustainable ways to achieving sustainable energy supply. However, the study has also found various challenges that municipalities may face when implementing wastewater treatment facilities. Some of the challenges include inadequate staffing, excessive energy use, sludge protection, and the need of large pieces of the land for the facilities.
Increasing the supply of chain would minimize scarcity and reduce pressure on natural resources. Sustainable resource management demands that supply should always exceed demand to minimize the potential depletion of natural resources. Wastewater treatment enhances the supply of clean water to both home and commercial use. Nonetheless, the process of obtaining clean water from wastewater can be costly and involves the use of technologies to minimize exposure to microorganisms that can be harmful to health. The minimal pressure on natural resources ensures that there is sufficient water available to meet the needs of current and future generations.